Hello everyone, welcome to the Trophy Coins channel. I'd like to welcome you here today where almost every day we post a new coin and try to show you some of the finest examples of many of the rarest US coins. The Trophy Coins channel is a visual census of top quality American coins. It's very easy to create a written list of coins, but when you see the actual photographs, you can compare them and form your own opinions as to the way the coins should be ranked. In this case, we use the numerical grades that are assigned by third-party grading services or auction houses, so it's an unbiased, objective view of the way these coins should be ranked. Today we're looking at an 1840D $2.50 gold piece. This is a very rare date in a series of coins issued by the Dahlonega Mint in North Georgia between 1838 and 1861. The reason there's a mint in Dahlonega, Georgia is because the very first American gold rush was not in California, it was actually in Georgia and North Carolina. And because of the expense and danger of transporting gold overland to Philadelphia, where the main mint was, they decided to create a mint in Dahlonega, Georgia to be near the gold fields, and that way they could safely transport the gold to the mint and create the coins from them. Because of the poor technical quality of some of the dies that were sent to Dahlonega, Georgia, and because of the inexperience of some of the minters, the dies didn't really fare that well. They were sort of the cast-offs from the Philadelphia Mint, and they were often misused or used improperly in Dahlonega, which resulted in die cracking. And we're going to see that in some of the coins from 1840D, where both the obverse and the reverse ultimately shattered, and we can only assume that the die broke into pieces and became unusable. There was only one die pair that was used, so once the dies are ruined, you have to quit minting. There was no possibility of making more coins, so they all have very low mintages. If you ever get a chance to go to Dahlonega, Georgia, it's a beautiful town in North Georgia, and they have a museum in the very center of the town. In the museum is a complete collection of Dahlonega coins, from the dollar all the way up to the $5 series. Very interesting museum, very small museum. You could tour it in just an hour or two, but if you're into numismatics, it's a great place to visit. It's a charming little town. They actually have a operating mine there, and across from the museum is a wonderful restaurant where you can have family style food and Southern style cooking. It's just a really neat place to visit. So I hope someday you'll get a chance to get there if you haven't visited yet. So let's talk about the 1840D 2.5. This first example is the finest known, and we're going to go down in condition ranking. This is the finest, and we're going to go down to the least finest. We try to show 10 coins of everything if possible. Sometimes there are not 10, and sometimes there are more. And in this case, I think we show a total of 13 examples from the finest down to the 13th example. When you look at this coin here, this is an early state of the dies. There is no cracking on this, so this was when the dies were in good condition, and it's a very well struck coin. You can see all the radial lines in the stars. A very high quality coin for a Dahlonega. This is a NGC MS62, which is actually quite a good grade for an 1840D, and actually for any Dahlonega gold coin. Here's the history of this particular coin. It first popped up in New Netherlands, a sale in 1956, went to the Harold Bareford collection. He's a very famous collector, very well known for picking high quality coins for his collection. Later, it was sold and handled by the Hancock and Harwell firm. That's the late Jack Hancock and Bob Harwell, who is still very active in the industry today as specializing in Southern gold. It went to the Arthur Montgomery collection where it sold in 1984 for $9,350. When you look at these prices here, I remember in 1984, I was around in numismatics then, and we thought, oh my God, $9,350 for a 40D 2.5. That's just outrageous. That's just such a strong price. And of course, we look at that today, and we wish we had a time machine to go back and bid in that sale. After the Montgomery sale, it went to the Duke's Creek collection, which was sold in 2006, and now all of a sudden the coin is worth $74,750. That's why we want the time machine. And even better, it sold recently in 2022 as part of the Georgia Gold Rush collection for $144,000. That is the highest price achieved by any 1840D 2.5. Second finest known, or second coin in the Trophy Coins ranking, is an NGC MS61. Now here you can see where the die has shattered. This die crack literally bisects the obverse in a diagonal fashion and cuts the die right in half. I'm not sure how much longer the die lasted after that, but this is a very low mintage coin, so it couldn't have been much longer. You can also see the striking characteristics is a little weaker here once the die broke. They reduced the pressure so that the die would last longer, and you can see the radial lines and the stars are missing on the 1st through 3rd, and then the 10th through the 13th. On the reverse, we have numerous die cracks. This die really shattered. We got a vertical die crack that goes completely through the coin, through the die, and then we have another one that goes from here by the N of United all the way across between the A and the M of America. And we have another one that you can barely see here that connects the tip of the eagle here. So we really shattered into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces, and eventually the die was ruined. This second ranked coin was part of the Green Pond collection in 2004, and then in 2007 it sold again. It has not appeared on the market again to our knowledge since 2007. This is the plate coin in the second edition of Doug Winters' book on Dahlonega gold. Doug Winters is an expert on United States gold coins, particularly the branchment issues, and he is widely regarded as one of the most knowledgeable people in numismatics today. The third ranked coin is an NGC MS60. You can see here this is also struck from the shattered dies, and you see the weakness in the stars in the same position. See the same shattering on the reverse. And here we have, I'm not sure if this is damage to the back of the coin. It does not appear to be as struck. And this coin last appeared in 2016 when it sold for $28,000. Fourth ranked PCGS AU58. This one is interesting because it was struck from a shattered obverse die, and it appears to be a perfect reverse. So this is an intermediate die state where the obverse cracked, but the reverse had not cracked yet. Next we go to another PCGS AU58. You can see the extensive die cracking here. Very visible on this coin. A little bit better strike here. This is apparently before they lowered the striking pressure. On this one here, this is a PCGS AU55. This was from the American Numismatic Rarities sale in 2003, has not appeared on the market since to our knowledge, and they only showed one side of the coin, just the obverse. There's a PCGS AU55, we don't show it here. There are two PCGS AU55s. We don't show it here because we don't have permission from PCGS to show their images yet. We're working on that, and if you have any power with the people at PCGS, please lobby on our behalf. We're down to an NGC AU55 Plus with a CAC sticker, and this is one of the few 1840Ds that actually went down in value. This sold in 2013 for $25,850, and then a couple years later, 2 years later, it sold for $21,150. That's a very unusual occurrence on high-end Dahlonega gold, but it happens. Now we have a AU55 NGC graded. Apparently some nice color on this coin. Also struck from the shattered dies. And here again, we got a price loss from 2015 to 2017, just a 2-year time period, and we lost about $3,000. We're down to now an NGC AU55. This appears to be from, this is shattered dies. You can barely see the die cracks here. Sometimes the images don't show that very clearly. And this one sold for $13,800 back in 2003. NGC AU55, also cracked dies, $12,650. And then we're down to below the 10th finest known. We're down to NGC AU55s and finally XF45. So basically, if an 1840D a quarter eagle is in AU55 or better, it's going to be condition census. So this will give you an idea of what coins are available, and you can make your own decision as to how you think the grading companies have handled the coins that they've graded, whether you agree with the grade, whether you would change these rankings. That's totally up to you. We try to be objective and just use the grading company's opinions and the auction house's opinions, so that way you're not dependent on my opinion or anybody else's opinion. You can actually believe your lying eyes and rank them the way that you want to rank them. The way that people collect, they have different preferences. Some like perfect surfaces, some like perfect die states. If everybody thought the same way about coins, it would be a very boring hobby. So anyway, this is the 1840D 2.5. Each day we're going to examine a different coin. If there is a coin that you would like to see a video of, please drop a comment below. Tell us what you'd like to see, and we'll do our very best to get it up there. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, leave a comment, a like, and we'd love to hear from you about what you'd like to see in future videos. So thank you for being here today, and we'll see you in the next video.